Growing up, my mom and dad always said, don't show up to a party empty-handed. You can't go wrong with taking some pūpūs. This taco poke recipe is a guaranteed winner. Fresh sliced taco or octopus tossed in a savory sauce with just the right amount of spice, served chilled, will have you invited back time and time again. I'll teach you how, so stick around. Aloha mai kako, my name is Relle and welcome to my kitchen where I like to share all my favorite Hawaiian and local recipes, and today I got a yummy Hawaiian classic. Now, growing up in Hawaii, family and food mean everything, especially we would get together a lot and everybody bring their own potluck style. For me, I like to make pūpūs and desserts, and today we'll be making a very yummy pūpū, tako poke. So, tako poke. Tako is the Japanese word for octopus. He'e is the Hawaiian word. You can get it fresh out of the ocean if you'd like, or you can get it at the store. You're gonna boil it and slice it. Up to you how cooked you like it. Some people like it a little on the rubbery side, some people don't. Up to you. Now, there's a million different ways. Okay, maybe not a million. There's a lot of different ways to make tako poke. I'm not saying this is the only way to make it, but this is how I make it, and I'd like to share it with you all today. Let's make the sauce first. We're gonna start with an onion. I like to use sweet Maui onions. So I'll show you my trick how to cut onions. If you can't get those, you can use a regular white onion. You can use red onions if you'd like. The sweet Maui onions don't have as much of a bite to it, but you're gonna wanna cut this really small because nobody likes to bite into a raw onion, right? Maybe some people do, I don't know. Cut this side off, and this is the trick, okay? So with the onion already cut in half, what you're gonna do is you're gonna carefully hold, and you're gonna slice it this way. You're gonna make a couple of slices. Don't cut through the root. You're gonna cut as close as you can to the root, and you're gonna make a few slices like this. Then you're gonna turn the onion towards you, and you're gonna make slices this way. It'll fray a little, but don't worry. The thinner you make it, the smaller your pieces will be. For me, I like to make it really thin. If some big pieces come off like that, you can take it off and save it for some other time. Toss it in the freezer or whatever. Make stock with it. Cook it with your next meal. Totally up to you. And then you're gonna turn the onion back. So now you've sliced this way, you've sliced this way, and now you're just gonna slice it down this way. It's kind of gonna fray, so you wanna kind of make a claw, and your thumb and your pinky are gonna hold the sides together, and then this. It's gonna fray no matter what you do, but you just wanna try and hold it together as best you can. And then you're gonna cut this way, and then you got diced onions like that. So that's enough. I'll take these bigger pieces off, and you'll set that off to the side. Don't make so much dishes. Use the same cutting board. For these kinds of things, you can. Obviously, if you're using things that can't. All right, green onion. This is in so many local dishes here. Oh, there goes my eyes. I was doing really well. I thought I was gonna get away with it. Green onion. For me, I like to use the green part. I save this, put it back in the ground. Super easy. You can even just wrap it with a wet paper towel. It'll grow back again. And you'll want to take these and you're gonna either put them on top of each other or next to each other, and you're just gonna make thin slices. You're just gonna run your knife. That's my child opening the door. I guess I need to WD-40 my door. I give them credit. Normally, I kick them out. Not kick them out, but I have them go with my husband, go do something, because to stay home and be quiet while I'm doing this, it's tough for kids. But they wanted to be home today, so no problem. And I must say, they're doing pretty well. But if you hear them in the background, don't mind. All right, now, I am a wuss for spice, but just one Hawaiian chili pepper goes a long way. So if you don't like spice, leave it out. If you like it more spicy, by all means, put more. Now, Hawaiian chili peppers are super spicy. Take the top off. So much so, the spice comes from the seeds, right? So be careful. I cut it in half, and then what I like to do is take the seeds out. So the backside of the knife, you can run it along the edge like that, and that takes out the seeds. That's where most of the spice comes from. But let me tell you, this little thing can do some damage, so be careful. Note to self, do not rub your eyeballs after you do this. You will learn very quickly. It hurts, don't do it. My eyes are still watering from the onions, oh boy. And then you're just gonna finely dice that up too. I'm gonna rinse off my hands because I know already I'm gonna touch my eyes or my face and regret it. So hold on real quick while I rinse off my hands. All right, wash my hands to try and avoid touching my face. But next ingredient is ogo. Ogo is the Japanese name for this limu. Limu is the Hawaiian word for seaweed. You'll find a lot of poke dishes and things with it. So I kind of like to roll it up like this and then just kind of dice it. It's kind of stringy, that's why. So if you don't, you might end up with like a long string of it, which is fine. And then turn it and dice it the other way. So poke. What is poke? Poke classically is raw fish, right? And like your traditional is just Hawaiian salt, maybe some inamona, which is like kukui nut, roasted kukui nut. The Japanese definitely had a strong influence on the poke that we do here. So shoyu, kewpie mayo, and hot sauce and stuff like that to make spicy. I have those ingredients. So traditional Hawaiian style poke, shoyu ahi poke, and a spicy ahi poke. I'll leave those in the description box below. Check those out if you want. But now for the sauce. So into a large bowl, you're gonna take some shoyu. Shoyu is Japanese style soy sauce. You can find that in the Asian aisle at most grocery stores. Then some Hawaiian salt. Hawaiian salt is like thicker, bigger granules of salt. So you'll add that in. Sesame oil. Sesame oil is a very, very strong flavor. You don't need much, like literally that's it. And then some dashi. Dashi is like a stock base that's used to make broths and things like that. Game changer right here. Add that into there. And then you'll just wanna mix that up to get the Hawaiian salt to kind of dissolve a little. And then we'll add the ogo, green onions. You know what? I should just toss it in, right? Be a lot easier. The onions, green onions, chili pepper, ogo. All go in. Don't want to waste one drop of that stuff. Sometimes you can find, pending in Hawaii, you can find ogo at the grocery store in the refrigerator or the freezer section. If you're in the mainland, maybe check your Japanese store and see, or Asian markets and things like that. And you'll just want to mix this up. And this is the base of the sauce. Promise, it's super yummy. The word poke means to cut or to slice, and it generally describes how you cut the fish. So it's cubed up. So poke, like I said, generally it talks about fish, but well, this is tako poke. So taco, like we mentioned earlier. And so we're gonna put that into the sauce. All you have to do is toss it. So the taco has kind of like a purple hue almost once it's cooked down, and a white flesh. And then when you toss it, the shoyu is gonna kind of really soak in, and it's gonna change the color of it. This is meant to be served chilled. So if you work quick and everything is still cold, no problem, you can just do it like that. But generally, I like to put it in the fridge and let it sit for a while and let those flavors really marinate in there. Do you have to? No, you can eat it right now if you want. But if you take this to a party as your pūpū to share, I guarantee you, you will make somebody happy there. If you're in the mainland and you make this, for sure, you'll be the favorite one there. But anyway, that's how you make tako poke. And if you like these type of pūpū recipes and you want to see more, then check out this video here. And until next time, hui hou. So good.
Thank you for watching my mommy's video.